What's next? Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan. Life for all protected.
I still don't get it.
Won't matter relishes singing down to this exquisite next song.
From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional choice. But I can't deny the results. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering it? No. Agent, oh thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Your resourcefulness never ceases to astound. Before you leave, there's more you should know. While you were conducting your investigation, I was able to piece together the conspirators' main target, the peace talks. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways.
Comforting focal timber. Emery Thoreau, more simply known as...
I have full confidence in your skills. You are an Earth Directorate agent, after all. For myself, I regret to say I'm a peacetime abbot. I was never meant to navigate a war. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
I have help from the Sentinels.
That's certainly a relief. Let's hope we live long enough to enjoy the fruits of your diplomatic labor.
I've always wanted to fight a mathematician.
Only wrongdoers have anything to fear. Thus my Sentinels free me to fulfill my own purpose.
A purpose we've kept you from overlong. Thank you for inspiring us, Colin. Before you go, might I ask you to sing a bit of Gloria Arcadia in your wonderful baritone?
No, no. Well, what would happen if I broke into song? I will only be the sovereign subjects.
I am 100% certain that his tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight.
But fret not, neighbors. Wait! You will hear his inspiring voice
the
on
lift.
these
It must be
airwaves.
unlocked.
Now, on to other matters. Now, listen to this.
Here at the end of it all, it was worth it. No hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name of it.
Can the Order teach you this flair for the dramatic to all their seers? Or is he a special case?
Test my morality. Sir, the paradigm is planned without cause. It's an honor when I'd wish for all who live.
And do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason.
I soon slip away, I'll be peaceful. Thoughts of my neighbors, safe at home, grinning. They will remember how I reported them tirelessly through to my last days.
Ready to wait for your command. Troublemaker approaching.
It's a privilege to die for a cause. Finally, I fulfill my purpose in life. A glorious blown up by a mine. A fine way to go. Many ways to die. Electroshock, plasma smelting, Iranian gas. Irradiated, lunge for decapitated. List of life-giving opportunities goes on and on. My enemy wraps it on. It beats and it slows, but I know every breath and contributed to something beautiful.
Check out that junction box. Bet our M-ray scanner could be useful.
It's an honor and a gift. Well, I wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause.
Prudence dictates.
Found another one.
Finding Sanctioned wireless. Duty of protected object to ensure operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm is so important.
Only the protected.
Before.
And contented, and others are not. The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination, and refashions them into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up.
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
I'm just had a thought. I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts fly free. My mind feels too open. I'm acting without reason. You know exactly what. You're a good citizen. Join the queue.
No, that's just plain wrong. Whoever wired this up should be expelled from the Order. I thought they had...
Be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be thought and worry free.
some self-respect.
We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter, I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what we are told. Told is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen.
fiery brow if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time. Scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist? I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 Thesis on determinism then.
Stomping out ideas, reporting on...
You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way.
Our lives are predestined, ipso facto. If there is conflict, then it was inevitable.
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
But what if widespread suffering is already taking place?
Then its causes should be observed, quantified, and a non-violent solution found. You do not extinguish a fire with more flame.
Tell that to the Protectorate.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
Comestibles. Every cog requires...
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Natural resources. Our station presents a profusion of pleasing...
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Evidently, she was good at her job then. Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Can you believe this place? It's like we're hunting Order members in their natural habitat. I should make a serial about us.
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless presents Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Red Cloak, our hero was betrayed and whisked to the consumerist den of Auntie's Choice, strapped to their brutal brand loyalizer. Will she survive Auntie's barbarian of our perfect mental refreshment process?
Those who do not follow the plan will be terminated from it.
Any final words about your precious perfect community, or your sovereign or paradigm or such before we flip on the loyalizer, Red Cloak?
Nothing appropriate to say in front of the younger neighbors.
Younger neighbors? What gibberish are you spouting?
We in the Protectorate speak as if everyone is listening, everywhere and always, from our zealous rust-rats up to our benevolent sovereign himself.
Well, this ought to change your tune. Activate the plan.
It's the unknown variable! Recharge the mayhem!
It's awful quiet in there. Shouldn't Red Cloak be screaming? I feel like she should be screaming. The machine is operational, right?
Wait, are you asking me?
The loyalizer should be interposing your motivationators, churning up your base emotions, resurfacing deep...
Nowhere near as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child.
Whatever you say.
Increase the loyalizer setting to 510%.
Oh, now I'm starting to sense something. It's a bit much.
Ah, yes. I knew the pain would penetrate your spirited facade.
No, not the pain. The crowd which, a little of that goes a long way.
Keep to Wiley's plan. Eliminate the target.
Does it go higher?
Set to maximum loyalization. 1010%. What happened? Why'd the thing stop?
Your machine tried to break me. I broke it instead.
That's impossible. It was supposed to kill your...
Isn't this fancy? Guessing these are the abbot's quarters. I see the good abbot's intent on distracting himself from the misery of existence with worldly goods. Never works.
I hope.
Shut up, Danny! How did you do it, Red Cloak? How did you resist the loyalizer's greetings galvanizers? Its temptation intensifiers.
You cannot tempt someone who already has everything.
A squared plus b squared equals mass times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
It's the order. They've come to take Red Cloak and me away. And right on time. Hey, you folks want some Sprat Crisps?
You've arrived early, exemplars. You're not supposed to pick up Red Cloak until next Tuesday.
We come at the predicted hour, not a moment too soon by the look of things, to recover Red Cloak, unspoiled by your meddling, per our monetary agreement with Auntie herself.
Hey, you spy Dunning here. I'm the one who lured Red Cloak to Auntie's clutches and it's a deal. It's a real win-win. Big payday for Auntie's Choice, while the Order gets to study Red Cloak. See the effects of abundance in the human brain unaddled by want or overthinking.
The deal is off. Red Cloak's resistance to the loyalizer has proven the emptiness of our
And without
society.
our intervention,
We consumerists wish to be her neighbors in the protectorate, if you will have us.
Gladly. I welcome you on behalf of the Sovereign. Zealous new neighbors in Auntie's choice, raise your arms against these Order traitors.
You cannot turn on us. It defies all logic. Equations save us. A squared plus B squared equals mass times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
Oh, no. No, no, no. I will not let you drag me back to Eden, Redcloak. Any of your new anti-pals makes a move, you get it right between the eyes. And so Redcloak finds herself staring down a gun barrel brandished by her traitorous former partner. He finds himself staring down the barrels of Redcloak's new corporate allies. Will Redcloak defuse this standoff between Anti and the Order? Expect the expected in the finale episode of I, Redcloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
Such an inspiring broadcast. On to other things. Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the Sovereign.
When the outside tries its best to disrupt us, and the sentinels will always heed the call. It's a blessing.
The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene.
Faithless subjects.
If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
This is if we'd fall for their stalling tactics just to watch these poor fools die slowly and horribly, mangled like punch cards. What were we talking about again?
Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate agents if we just left them to die.
Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
I'm guessing the safe is part of Wiley's puzzle. Odd how obvious it's made.
Taking cover!
Preserved when they fight and die.
They gotta proceed pilot.
Sending a sentinel. Overthrow. Whether inside. Sending a sentinel. In the sentinel.
Ready to take the heat off,
That song was for our ever-vigilant sentinels, who, even as I speak, are tirelessly rooting out malcontents and anti-choice sympathizers. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
This must be the so-called puzzle they expect us to waste our time on. Looks like it was constructed by a child.
Programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Attention, all subjects. The paradigm acknowledges the importance of joyous celebration of victory over base disruption, allowing for radical realignment of the system. So join your neighbors now in wanton merriment to commemorate the staggering loss of life that has occurred in Fairfield. The hated town, stolen from us by Auntie's Choice malcontents, lies in ruins after our courageous agents sent the Vox relay station crashing down upon it. Another great Protectorate victory, whose outcome was always assured.
And now this.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
Seems we've effectively begun their puzzle. Idiots.
to do as the watching, guiding, system abiding, do not look gliding away. We're never hiding, they stay providing, do as we're told and obey. Working and finding, faithful striding, do not go gliding away. Thoughts are deciding, so they stay deciding, just do as you're told and
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate Abundance.
Neither migraines, nor muscle aches, nor plasma weapon cauterizations will stay thee from thine appointed tasks. When duty calls, call on Matriarch's Own Mercy Oxymorphone. It's the pain subjugator.
Well, that was thorough.
Look, they obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
Minds meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
I could feel my wary little mind start to wander. Things I shouldn't be thinking about, I ponder. That is when I knew I needed a correction, so I needed it's a quick mental refreshment. I have seen my friends and my family impressive. So I knew that there was no reason to stress it. Process can remove that crinkle, feelings that can cause a wrinkle. What I know now, those thinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment. Those sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy, that I believe. Blessing offers such an effortless reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never been the same. The infidelity are no longer strangers. The sadness that was once inside me has long since gone, and though it tried me, I knew that I could be oh so much better again with the quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment.
I still say it would have saved time for us to just kill the hostages ourselves.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Savor this moment, neighbors. Our beneficent sovereign has deemed it time for another splendiferous speech, or as we are obliged to call it, his golden bestowment.
Such a wonderful introduction, Prudence. She truly is everyone's perfect neighbor, isn't she? Which brings me to the topic of this bestowment. Neighborliness. The tie that binds. Like any good neighbor, I fulfill my assigned duty tirelessly nurturing our perfect system, but its health depends on you as well. A true neighbor does whatever it takes to keep their community free of insidious elements that would harm the whole. We must all hold each other accountable in these unprecedented times. So, my beloved subjects, never hesitate to report your concerns. Your neighbors will thank you.
Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
My heart with joy like turning in my ear. Everything is meant to be aligned and working well. Nobody should fall behind, lest I'm the one to tell. Tis neighborly to make an effort and attest, calmly speaking to authority at their behest. Passing through the cracks and spaces round the door frame, keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. Should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive who stick to their routine. Should be no simple thing to do. Tuning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. A person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate.
Roger always said, hey, Bobby's not even cold yet. Show a little respect.
It should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive. Stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. It's what we celebrate the turning. It's what
Nobody around.
The eyes of the sun, watching your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Red Cloak, our hero revealed her sentinel to save her. Thrilled to her unflagging zeal in Episode 2, The Customer is Always Dead. Welcome to Auntie's Choice, Red Cloak. I trust you are duly impressed.
What?
I said, welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak.
Speak up!
Mute the corporate anthem, please.
Better.
Obviating. These individualists promote us. Monitor what each other
appreciate our society and its obsession with cheaply produced wares soon enough, Red Cloak. For a package of Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps while we wait?
I'd rather starve. Wait for what?
Why, for you to abandon your precious community. To put your silly paradigm in your rear display and embrace a lifestyle of anti-consumerism.
We'll be waiting an eternity, corporate fiend.
Over here! 3 holes ahead! Your left couldn't hit the bronze side of a
Here's our answer to your mental refreshment. Only it's 110% more effective and 120% cheaper to operate. Also has 130% more crab which bowing down to the almighty bit, a needy, greedy, consummate consumer in our target market.
Hostiles nearby.
Bring in the turncoat companion Sentinel Dunning. Strap him into the brand royalizer.
Your immediate demise is a 29.
Stunning, you fool. These people honor their bargains no more than you honored your sworn duty to the sovereign.
Silence. Return soon enough. Dunning, try not to squirm. The royalizer has many moving parts and can be a bit imprecise.
What are you doing? No! No! Stop!
Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 110%. Right now, the Loyalizer's impulse voiders are interposing Dunning's higher and lower cerebral motivationators, rearranging his upper story, hitting him with quite the sales pitch. Pretty snazzy, eh? Sure, the Loyalizer's industrial design ain't up to snuff, but the unit is scalable. Home version comes out next quarter. Materialistic fun for the whole family. Dunning's done. How do you feel, young former Protectorate Sentinel?
Fine. A little obsessed with material goods and needless services, I guess. Also have a hankering for crab witch. Got anything devoid of nutritional value I can snack on?
Certainly. Consume these Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps. Quite fresh. Extruded from the chemical slurry vats just last year. Very well. It's Red Cloak's turn in the Loyalizer. Lower middle managers, strap her in.
No need. I'll enter your crude machine willingly and without trepidation. The eyes of my neighbors and our benevolent sovereign are upon me, lending me strength.
We'll just see about that, Red Cloak. Go on, get in there. Remember to keep your arms and legs inside the Loyalizer at all times. Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at...
Oh, look! A room dedicated to the insignificance of human existence inside a temple dedicated to mathematically proving its pointlessness.
Faces her greatest challenge yet, locked in a chamber of consumerist horrors. Will the brand Loyalizer shake her faith in the paradigm? Of course not. Who would even entertain such a thought? A dramatic escape is afoot in the next episode of I, Red Cloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
Consider me uplifted. Let's see what's next. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
cannot believe Clemens fell for whatever half-baked argument you managed to cobble together. That imbecile. And Svoboda. I thought her more capable. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment. What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
I was just wondering the same question myself.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical.
All of them do.
I stand down. Then what?
Every single one. Our station offers only the best in.
If my numbers had supported such an outcome, do you truly believe I would have elected for all this disorder? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please, your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately. Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer, now or ever.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, Without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly.
At all times.
To fail now would mean the end of everything.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. Happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate skill for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Well then, moving on.
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such, reflects his...
We should return to the incognito. Get on over to the location of those peace talks. God will beat DeVries there, but we ought to try.
A fool I was. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
Always do your very best, working through your progressions. People depend on you. It's a joy to help provide.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? I won't trouble you to provide more details then. But please allow me to thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery from these conspirators. Without your intervention, I fear this could have been a far greater tragedy. Now, at least, we stand some hope of mitigating the divisiveness in Golden Ridge. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. This key will unlock the case. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan. I will not stand in the way of your pursuit of the malicious actors responsible for engineering this takeover. Go, orders, please.
I don't know what you're complaining of. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% scathed.
Then increment your progress.
Operating on civilians is not so different from cutting into a primal.
Hello again, stranger. How can I be of service?
Though usually docile, their massive size, enormous claws, and thick shells make them incredibly dangerous.
A difficult animal to approach, let alone try to eat.
At least the paradigm.
is a self-centered derivative take on the gram. The meaning of life is numeric. And we are the
Indulgence Crabble Cakes.
Our fearless team of culinary commandos employ dragoon automechanicals to overcome the creatures, crack their dense carapace, then scoop out the soft, delicate goodness inside, so you don't have to.
It's higher in protein and lower in calories than beef. So a responsible way to stay healthy for the Protectorate. And now one no longer has to fret about being trampled or clawed in twain to get it.
Perilous Indulgence Crabble Cakes. Doing your duty for society has never been so delicious.
Such perfect products. The envy of our rivals, but let's not...
Hey, Commander, I think Val wants us to discuss strategy.
Earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibility.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest unrestrained carnage tends to grab people's attention.
If DeVries succeeds in killing these delegates, it'll be a hell of a lot more than a PR nightmare to worry about. It'll be war. Exactly. It ain't just about the delegates. It's the civvies who always pay the greatest price.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
It's a comm station built by the Order in the early days of the colony. As Val said, auto-mechanical security measures are a given, and DeVries will surely level them against us. I'd also expect some level of hazardous disrepair, though the unpredictable nature of DeVries and her defectors concerns me more than anything.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Fellow subjects,
We going to kill Hierarch Ziegler soon? My knife hand's getting itchy. Who can say? There was no indication that I've seen. I've interacted with him on occasion. Seemed a decent, loyal sort. As interested as I am to hear whatever sorry explanation he has, not sure I'll be able to control my rage when I see him to ask why before I remove his spleen. Maybe I'll start with his gallbladder? No, I think it's gotta be the spleen. Such as? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. Yes! Oh, isn't it truly glorious?
He cares for you. Sovereign deserves all your love.
Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story.
He's uplifting.
It sounds like you've let others dictate your existence with their culturally imposed limitations and narrow interpretation of righteousness and truth. Joining the Glorious Dawn freed me of such nonsense. They gave me a completely new life, wiped away all traces of fear and repression, and replaced them with unbridled freedom. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein. And I'm still not interested in discussing it.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I'm glad we were able to show him a little grace. DeVries obviously manipulated him into acting against his conscience. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? Hotshot Earth Directorate agent swoops in to liberate your colony, sets you on a new exciting path, and you're telling me you wouldn't have been a bit smitten?
And the first sovereign before him, with Rome in my heart, for the matriarch, whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I hate.
No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. Yeah, but the shrapnel of her plot got me anyway. DeVries always was good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. I will say, it's a lot easier to do just that nowadays. With you around, that is. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. It was less merger, and I don't have all the details. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force.
Sanctioned Wireless presents Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of
Updating ship roster to reflect the addition of Trooper Sealong. Reminder: Earth Directorate agents are not allowed to participate in paid promotions funded by corporations. Furthermore, any opinions expressed in favor of product are the agent's own and do not reflect the opinions of the Earth Directorate.
Previously on Red Cloak, our hero courageously withstood the materialistic temptation.
This unit is available to answer any queries.
Auntie's barbaric brand loyalty.
Which member of the incognito would you like assessed?
Corporate captors to abandon their consumerist addictions.
Grafts are known to cause pain and discomfort due to dry, flaky skin and restricted blood flow, among other issues. While Trooper Sealong has declined this unit's offer of therapeutic palpation, she has allowed for a humidifier to be installed in her quarters. For now, Trooper Sealong's overall health outcome remains uncertain. Continued monitoring is advised.
Final episode. Order from
Multiple warnings have been issued to Deputy Agent Leitinger regarding knife safety, and all have gone ignored.
Lower your weapons.
No, you lower your weapons, greedy corporatists.
Agent Ibarra has resumed regular exercise and no longer requires hourly provocation to move. These are all strong indicators of improved mental health.
E% to the agreed upon payment to encourage your compliance in our deal by 22.
Agent Ibarra's lack of motion was becoming a cause for concern. However, this unit is ready to answer.
Resistance to our grand equalizer has demonstrated the failings of our morally bankrupt society.
Impossible. But we know with 47% certainty that this, in your vernacular, was a done deal. Force plus mass equals squared.
It appears that your math is faulty. Clearly a failing of your grand plan. These events are all according to the paradigm.
Do not attempt to vex us with appealing and irrefutable statements, Redcloak.
Unburden yourself of vexation, Dunning. It is never too late to return to the Protectorate, where all needs are met, where the Sovereign in his benevolence cares for all.
Lies! I am too far indoctrinated into the chaos of the Order and their grand plan.
Not true. Return with me for mental refreshment. Your family must come too, just to be thorough. We will cure you of these confused thoughts, your wanton overthinking.
I shall never return to the Protectorate.
Once again, you fell your former companion in one well-nourished punch. Huzzah, I say.
Redcloak, you have undermined our carefully calculated predictions. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We theorized our grand plan was greater than the paradigm. Yet it is clearly less than. We see the error in our calculations. We would serve the Sovereign again, if you allow it.
Gladly. He is a kind, forgiving man. Loves all his subjects.
We base individualists in Auntie's choice are ready to break free from the shackles of consumerism to join you in the perfect life of abundance.
Then return with me, new corporate neighbors and former Traders' Order colleagues, to Eden.
Middle managers, resume the corporate anthem. No, the new one!
Help me carry Dunning's unconscious form. Let us all be mentally refreshed to cease your troubled thoughts. For the Sovereign, for Arcadia.
Look at that rift. It's making my skin buzz even in here.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tension
Be still, Carter. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late.
Remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society.
Preposterous.
The rifts.
Our mission to stop the talks is a righteous one. Why would I ever jeopardize it for the likes of you?
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and I'll bet you can get DeVries' plans out of him.
You do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast. No, I mean, yes. Stop attempting to scramble my thoughts. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. True, if we want to preserve the Order, we shouldn't kill our own. But I fear that eventually the rot of beguilement will eat us from within. Indeed, you may be right. A single weed is easier to stamp out than a meadow full of them. Fine then, I surrender. See this screen? Agent DeVries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
I expected more of a fight, to be honest.
Every moment we linger in this shell of a place, we're giving DeVries that much more time to enact her plans. I'd rather we move on.
Dead end. Need to find another way through. Wouldn't do to get trapped here. They taught us to see this station as a beacon of hope and order. But it's just another abandoned derelict, like so much else. I'm no electrician, but I'll wager this gadget is missing a what's-it. Crucial part, really.
He and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not.
Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping redworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely. Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Auto mechanical.
Raring to go.
Always crap. This thing's got a mean.
Categorically sound conclusion. Reassuringly modern.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
The Protectorate's accursed relay destroyed our peaceful, liberated town of Fairfield. Their madness killed many and crushed our productivity.
A tragedy. One that could have been foreseen. Perhaps it is for the best, then, that you did not manage to bring the refugees of Westport to your door? Yes, we heard of that, too.
Attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity. But many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true doctor named Svoboda. My brave colleague found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. And under your purview.
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any direct variable is a result of your people meddling in our affairs.
Next you'll be claiming
either of our partners. Enough goodwill with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quaint predictive model to come to that conclusion? Did your numbers give any insight into making this more worth my while?
This unit welcomes you to the utility atrium. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station, but I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it. Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends, but I do not have eyes. Praise be to the Sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects.
Have a look around. See if there's anything that will help us create.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance, say, within the next month, we would see returns within days. The market, the colony, would soon be out of Protectorate hands.
By your estimation...
All charged up.
Where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
Hackles raised. There's an ambush coming. Oh, I love a good ambush.
lift is ready, and frankly, it...
What are you doing, Dell? Fine then. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare.
We're almost through here. Nothing left but to take the lift to DeVries.
An alliance, and yet our parties will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will. Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Basar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people. Until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight is nice, yes, but what about the entrepreneurial mind? We may have lost our brightest leader, which is true, but there are promising abilities rising in the ranks.
Like sitting terror rays. You can't let DeVries make her move.
Certainly have strength in numbers indeed, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander. History repeats itself, doesn't it? You show up attempting to disrupt my plans, only for me to submit you to an untimely end, though I'd no wish to. I only did what was necessary back on Horizon Point, and I am fully prepared to do so again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. No. The Order's seers approached me after I arrived in Arcadia, and proved to me that I needed to act, to stop the Protectorate's rift research from annihilating our galaxy. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success. And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. That's not what happened. Your presence disrupted their equation, and the mission could not risk failure. And I didn't kill any of you. I simply did not interfere. Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. Every instinct I had was yearning to act, but I could not. And I'm not seeking absolution. From you, anyhow. I know the distinction matters not to you, but it does to me. And what happened there forced me to search for a way to stop the rifts. To stop the thoughts that plagued me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator? Of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts. And only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are. How they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Had enough of this. If you think I'm keen to stand here and let you prattle on about murdering good folk and slandering our intent, you're even more insane than I thought. Let's see what you're worth, coward. Go on. Go face the delegates and their guards directly. Or maybe you ain't capable of winning a fair fight.
Oh, I'm a coward, simply because I choose strategy over chest thumping? Well, I suppose I can't expect some simple, maimed foot-slogger to understand the intricacies of pragmatism.
Call me what you will. I heard it all before.
And what, pray tell, is the right thing? Letting these imbeciles play act at diplomacy?
I reckon you just can't stomach the idea of someone other than yourself whispering in the Order's ear. You sure ain't got the talent nor charm like Auntie does.
You misunderstand me. I wish to steer the Order not for my pride, but for its own wellness. It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. Negotiations are shaky, it's true. But if either side is desperate enough, they'll make an appeal too good to turn down. The deaths of their envoys would sour that. If I can do anything to put doubt in either faction's mind, I'll do it. You were an Earth Directorate agent once. You understand the need to be thorough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you, to your crew. Now you wish to convince me that you want me to live? Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished,
The rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. All I can give is my word. There's no backup plan for me. I've reached my limit. But I know that you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
Become even more magnificent. But unless we're planning on merging with perfection, we should probably run. Fast. Follow me, quick! Keep moving! I'm right behind you!
Successful and inspiring mission, turning enemies into neighbors.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
Fusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate Rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
Commander Word, what is wrong with you?
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out.
You benched me, even when you knew how important this mission was to me. And you let her live. How could you? After all the damage she's caused, after what she did to us at Horizon Point. Tell that to Helen, or Wade, or Eric. I should have seen the signs. I knew you weren't fit to lead. And yet I fooled myself into believing in the promise of you. Gave me one good reason why I should spend a single moment more under your command. Do I? I need some space for now. But I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Once I stop seeing red.
To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, quick mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume efficiency.
Never thought you'd manage to save DeVries along with the delegates. They could be good allies when we look for help closing the rifts. Assuming DeVries sticks to her change of heart. Reckon my being present for the dramatic rescue will gain me some clout with Auntie's Choice. Just got 2 or 3 more incidents like this to win my way back in, I'd say. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? Were that the case, then our little stunt at Horizon Point would have solved this mess 10 years ago. No offense. By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more.
It is here that we thrive. out there, they all fail.
I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
I could feel my wary little mind start to wander. Things I shouldn't be thinking about, I ponder. That is when I knew I needed a sort of correction, so I heeded the words of my better. I can be better again with the quick mental refreshment.
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear. Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts. Whatever's on your mind. Sometimes with purpose. Don't you as well? Do you draw some moral distinction between avenging harm and nipping it in the bud beforehand? Between covert and overt means? When all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations force that to change. Some were proprietary. Often they involved forms of subtle persuasion, others more overt influence. Now and again, more direct means were required. May all our travails add to the equation.
That I believe blessing offered such an effortless reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never been the same. The infidelity are no longer strangers. The sadness that was once inside me has long since gone, and though it tried me, I knew that I could be oh so much better again with the quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment.
Marisol Delgado has been added to the ship roster and has claimed her quarters. This unit has also been informed by Agent Delgado that she is not to be disturbed while resting unless the ship is on fire, and even then only if it nears my quarters. Presenting the Valerie unit, the latest and greatest in a line of Earth Directorate support automechanicals. All you could want in a squad mate at half the cost. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this unit is strictly prohibited.
Beauteous melody granted by the grace of the Sovereign.
This unit was first deployed on a mission to Redacted more than 10 years ago and was primarily credited for that operation's success. Other highlights include the triumph at Redacted, the rescue of Redacted, and the first successful execution of the Stanfield maneuver in zero gravity. Detailed instructions on how to perform the Stanfield maneuver are proprietary to the Earth Directorate and strictly confidential.
Short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go, if there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous with the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Neighbors, celebrate your good fortune. Our beneficent sovereign has chosen this well-timed moment for another golden bestowment.
My devoted subjects, hear me as I pontificate on the topic of corporatist invaders. That scourge of self... This desperate invasion only demonstrates the perfection of our system. Envy our contentment and leave
glorious dawn! The betrayer is upon us! She must be vanquished!
There will be time enough for figuring out why these swine betrayed me after we make the rest of them see the error of their ways. Violently. According to that datapad, there was an official kill order out on me? The poor fools probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty. If only it were that simple. It should be impossible for someone to infiltrate our communication systems, especially when it comes to a high-level communique. Unless they somehow have our codes. This could only mean that one of our members has been compromised. Damn straight they should have. That's the question, isn't it? The only answer I can think of involves our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Not from him. He was different from most of these slack-jawed sprat bastards. I knew him from before. Long before the glorious dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Very well. Let's just say that he was forbidden to associate with me and leave it at that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. It's strange there isn't a comm device here. Ziegler must have communicated with his cell in Golden Ridge before coming to this place. Well, no matter. We'll find one. I know we have camps on Cloister and Praetor, but I'm not sure of the exact locations. I'd like to try to find one and clear it out so I can access one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.
Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. Now I'm out and about again. That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others judged it such. I shut it down. Believe I was wrong to do so. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. Hardly. Quite the opposite, in fact. She's one of the finest minds to ever grace the Order. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the Order back on its intended path.
Do appreciate it, Commander.
Love him because he loves you. Love him the least you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I still find devotion have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's law.
Damn, it's cold as an icebox out here. Don't suppose huddling for warmth an option?
Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire. See that giant glowing structure in the distance there? That's the Archive's main entry point. However, I'd caution you to give it a wide berth. The Archive's under Protectorate control, and they mean to keep it. You'll not gain access without serious military support. If your bar's that low, there's some ursopods in a cave due east of here. Maybe you can work out something with them, too. They've got about the same level of intellect. I'll be straight with you. Those corporatists are as like to shoot you as not. They relish violence over reason, especially if it serves their beloved bottom line. Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours. Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the Archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it. Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
I don't much fancy bending the knee to Auntie's choice for help. Let's try petitioning the order first. Might be tricky getting inside the Archive otherwise.